I guess I'll go first. My name is Diana Lee, and I serve as the Federal Program Manager for the Microreactor Program. So I can give a little overview of our microreactor program. What we're focused on is trying to support near-term demonstration in the industry for microreactors. So what we are doing is trying to target technical gaps and close those to support that effort. So we are organized into 4 different technical areas within the microreactor program. Those areas focus on topics such as materials. For example, yttrium hydride is a possible moderator material that could be denser and last longer and withstand higher temperatures, which would be necessary for microreactors. Other areas we're looking at are, for example, are in our system analysis area is looking at regulatory framework for microreactors. So microreactors are unique in the sense that they might be transportable either as a microreactor that's brought to a location for, after it's factory made, might even come fueled. So the regulations right now are more targeted towards larger gigawatt-based light water reactors. So there's certain topics such as whether or not a reactor is considered a reactor before it's fueled that we have to create the regulatory basis for. Other areas we're looking at include demonstration support capabilities. So at Idaho National Laboratory, for example, we have facilities like SPHERE, which is our single primary heat extraction removal emulator, which look at single heat pipes and help us to understand their performance. Heat pipes could possibly be used instead of pumps to transfer heat from the core to a power conversion system without any moving parts. So that's definitely of high interest for some microreactor developers. What we're understanding is gap conductance, what temperatures the heat pipes can withstand, and what happens if one fails, for example, and we're using that data to then validate our models. And then another possibly a very large part of our microreactor program is our MARVEL reactor, which we are still targeting to demonstrate in the 2027 timeframe. The point of the MARVEL reactor is to allow for end user demonstrations. So MARVEL will be located in the same facility as TREAT, and it will be in the North Storage Pit, and it's supposed to provide both electricity and process heat so that those who, for example, want to have a high energy data system, high computing processing system like the supercomputers might look into how they can use a microreactor in urban locations to power their needs. Other possible applications for a microreactor like MARVEL would be for developing things like hydrogen production or powering hydrogen production, excuse me. Yeah, so those are just some of the areas that we're looking at. And I guess I can take any questions. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Diana. I see that we have some other program managers that have come on, as well as Melissa Bates. So if any of you want to chime in or add anything, please go ahead.
Hi, I'm Melissa Bates. I am the Federal Program Manager for the Advanced Small Modular Reactor Research Development and Demonstration Program. I don't have any specific comments to provide other than, the department is also interested in, light water reactor technologies, of a smaller size that improve on the safety features, of the existing reactor fleet and bring those technologies forward. And so, interested in those concepts as well. So that's all I have.
I am Jason Marcinkowski. I manage our Integrated Energy Systems program, and we deal with it's often called non-electric applications, but it's really non-grid applications to include process heat, flexible direct use of electricity, or chemical energy pathways. That's not all I have.
Jump in and hear a little bit about the MSR. I'm the federal program manager, Michael Stoddard, over MSR development. We have 5 main areas that we're focusing on as well that include salt chemistry and understanding the properties and transport of isotopes throughout the MSR, materials, simulations, MSR isotopes, and technology development as well. So things like off-gas management, sensors. But overall, our mission is to develop a safe and economical operation of an MSR and maintain a high level of proliferation resistance. So if you have any questions, please let me know.
Hi, my name is Matt Hahn. I'm the Federal Program Manager for the ART Gas-Cooled Reactor Program. We support activities to reduce the technical and regulatory risk pertaining to deployment of high-temperature gas-cooled reactors. That includes both the pebble bed and the prismatic configurations. Our activities include materials research, like for both graphite and metallics. Those are covered under different CINR topics, so I won't talk about those here. The work that is relevant to this topic area is some of our modeling and simulation work, which also includes experimental validation. And I have a lot of examples of that, but I think I'm gonna stop here for now to make sure we leave enough time for questions. But happy to talk more about some of the activities we're doing if that is interest to anyone. Thanks.
So I'm Bo Fang. I'm not a DOE. I'm the National Technical Director for the Fast Reactor Program. My DOE Federal Manager is out right now, so I'm speaking on her behalf. So just a quick overview of what the Fast Reactor Program does. It's 3 parts. It's sodium-based experiments to advance sodium fast reactor technologies revolving around the METL facility, the Mechanisms Engineering Test Loop at Argonne, and a lot of previous university collaborations have been in very strong coordination with this facility, where sensors and technologies have been tested and are being tested in this facility. Another third is software and databases, legacy databases, and first-generation tools to support industry's licensing application and design activities. And previous successful collaborations with industry have included leveraging experiments from universities to validate the software and databases. And the last third is on LO 709 material development. Thanks for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
All right, I'll just hop in. I might be the last one from our team. My name is Savannah Fitzwater. I'm the Federal Program Manager for the National Reactor Innovation Center. So NRIC is a DOE nationwide program that's headquartered at INL. We're focused there on bridging the gap between earlier stage concept and development to being able to demonstrate and ultimately making it possible to deploy new technologies. So particularly for today's discussion, 2 of the areas kind of in the scope that are relevant are around construction costs and schedule and improvements we can do there. We do have some current work in our Advanced Construction Technologies Initiative focused in this area, and then also in kind of the other applications where we have maritime nuclear work. So NRIC as a whole is focused, I'll say the 2 of the major areas of focus are in our test beds, so Lotus and Dome. But these kind of, I'll say the critical supporting efforts that underpin those are of great focus for us and interest in this NEOP as well. So happy to answer questions. And we have Brad Tomer, who's our NTD in this space on as well. Thank you.
And I think the program managers covered it very well. We're just looking for really innovative ideas to help reduce technical risk for advanced reactors, both light water and non-light water reactor variants. So really looking forward to the proposals that you submit this year. Thank you.
This is Brad Tomer. I don't have anything to add other than what Savannah had said about the National Reactor Innovation Center.
Great, awesome. Thank you everyone so much for speaking, introducing yourselves. I'm sure everyone's excited to get this going. If you have any questions, now's the time. Feel free to put them in the chat or just raise your hand and you can unmute yourself. This is pretty open time to just utilize all these experts that we have today. So go ahead and I'll give a couple minutes for those to start coming through.
Hello, I'm Adam Barek from the University of Michigan, and we've developed kind of a multifunctional sensor for SFRs, and we're looking to kind of adapt this to lead and molten salt as well. Would this be better for scope 1 or scope 9?
So I'm not sure what scope 9 is, but this sounds like it could potentially fit under scope 1. Because with scope 1, we are trying to reduce technical risk for advanced reactors, including SFRs and MSRs. So that is something that could potentially help reduce those risks. And I'll defer to like Bo or Mike, if you want to add anything specific to SFRs or MSRs, please do so.
Yeah, Adam, so explain again the concept. It's initially for a specific type of technology, but can be applicable for others.
So yeah, so we've developed a kind of a libs in situ libs sensor for sodium. But I'm an electrochemistry expert, so we're going to actually add some other functionality to it. But it could just as easily apply to lead or MSRs. And so that's kind of some of the work we want to do, is to expand its applicability to other concepts. And so I was just wondering if this is something interesting to you all, but there's also the scope 9, which is, I think, sensors and stuff like that. And so I was just wondering where the best home for this kind of concept would be.
Just looking at the descriptions, it looks like they're both applicable, 9 being sensor technology. Yep.
Now, I think we've been telling potential applicants that you shouldn't worry too much about which one you submitted under. So if you submitted under 9 and we think it would fit better under 1, then we would simply move it to 1. So we would have the correct people looking at it. So just look at the scope description and just pick the one that you think it will fit under best. And if we look at it and we think it's in the wrong place, then we can move it.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for that.
Okay, I'm not seeing any questions coming through, so I just want to thank all of the program managers and other experts that are here today. We really, really appreciate your time and expertise. Again, the recording, questions, and everything throughout from this week is going to be posted on nup.gov. So if you need any kind of reference, feel free to look back on our website in the next couple of weeks, and we should have those resources up. And with that, we will let everyone go. Thank you so much for your time.